LaVar is in Lithuania with his 2 other kids, right? And they're holding press conferences in Lithuania.
It's all so strange.
All right. So he's holding press conferences, and a reporter from ESPN is over there and interviewed him, and he started talking about how Luke Walton's too young to coach this team, and nobody respects him, and their players aren't high-fiving each other when they're coming off the court. And it basically, again, he denigrated Luke Walton, denigrated him. Last time that he denigrated Luke Walton, we've had Ramona Shelburne came on here and interpreted it in a way that he wasn't denigrating Luke Walton. He just basically said he knows what needs to be coached for his kid, and that maybe Luke needs to be a little tougher on his kid, right? Wasn't that the way it was kind of like that?
That's the way kind of Ramona interpreted it.
His spin of the tough love. That basically, I know how to coach my kid, not saying Luke doesn't, but basically saying, hey, I know what makes my kid tick.
Yeah, Luke needs to be a little harder on Lonzo.
But now he's just flat out criticizing the guy, all right? And kudos to Luke Walton for handling it this way. This was Luke after the Lakers. Did they win or lose? I'm sorry, I got stuck in.
They won last night.
They won. There you go. They blew out the Hawks. Okay, they ended the 9-game losing streak. Lonzo, a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. But at one point, he took him out, right? He took him out for
took him out of the game a little early.
Okay. And here was Luke Walton asked, hey, why'd you take Lonzo out a little early? And this was his response.
Yeah, his dad was talking, so I took him out early. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so he's handling it terrifically.
By the way, Luke's not kidding.
Laughing it off.
He's definitely not kidding.
Laughing it off, talking about the elephant in the room. And clearly one hopes and one believes, okay, I believe, he has the full support of Laker management here. And so now I'm sitting around watching the wild card games yesterday, and I see the Twitter feed suddenly get all filled with Rick Carlisle, who I believe runs the Coaches Association of the NBA or something along those lines. And he is now pissed off about what LaVar Ball is saying about Luke Walton. And he's pissed not at LaVar, although I think you could see in his comments that he thinks that LaVar is just a dad that shouldn't be paid attention to, because there's dads all across the NBA that, you know, nobody's running across the NBA to go put a microphone in front of his face. He's pissed at ESPN for giving LaVar the platform. And that now he wants, Carlisle, any NBA organization, and he says that he's going to put the full faith and credit of whatever Coaches Association that he runs right now.
Yeah, he's president of the NBA Coaching Association.
Okay. That he is going to use whatever this association's faith and credit or whatever they have to place it on pressure on NBA teams to revoke the credentials of anybody who gives LaVar Ball the platform. And I'm like, because ESPN, in his mind, is running counter not to whatever journalism is. No, he says it's running counter to its partnership with the NBA. That by giving LaVar Ball the platform, it is eroding the relationship between the league and ESPN. And that ESPN, having such a deep financial relationship with the NBA, should be doing its part by sidelining LaVar Ball, which, to me, is beyond the pale. It is ridiculous. It is counter to an open and free society that you, in this day and age, should not blame the media for giving LaVar Ball the platform. He is the father of the second overall pick who has made quite a bit of a stir, not only in the league, but in AAU circles, in circles of apparel. And you know how I feel. We've never had him on this show. I don't usually like to talk about him very much because of exactly what Rick Carlisle is saying. But you cannot blame a media group for talking to the guy by revoking their credentials. And what you're doing is taking people like me who think LaVar Ball makes no sense and shouldn't have the attention paid to him, saying LaVar represents the First Amendment. You got to be kidding me, Rick Carlisle. Come on. The person who should tell LaVar Ball to pipe down, there's two of them or three of them. I'll give you their names. One's name is Jeannie Buss. Another name is Rob Pelinka, the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers. And the other one is Irvin Magic Johnson. LaVar, shut the F up. That's what they say to LaVar. And if they can't get him to shut the F up, then take away let the team take his credentials away. Let him pull a Dolan on him and don't allow him into the arena. But this is why you don't draft the kid. We talked about it all winter long. We talked about it all summer long. You draft the kid, you draft the dad. And then everybody goes up to the kid and says to him, well, what do you think about what your dad's saying? And he, what it seems to me, is so laid back and so absolutely inured to what the dad has done his entire life. And he comes across as like, I'll play for anybody. And now suddenly it sounds like, well, he's not backing up his coach. No, that's just the way the kid talks, I think. I don't know. I've never met him, but I've seen his press conferences. Tell me, doesn't that sound like Lonzo's just like, he's the guy who once watched, pushing and shoving going down and walked past a fight because he's just got blinders on. And I feel for him. But this isn't on ESPN. And what NFL organization said, don't talk to Johnny Manziel because don't ESPN, don't talk to Johnny Manziel because, who cares what he's drinking and ace of spadesing and doing all that stuff. By the way, him putting out on his Instagram, ragging on the Browns going 0-16. Johnny, you're the one who they tried to give despite the head coach and Mike Pettin begging the opportunity not to be given to you. They're the ones who gave it to you, and you're the one who didn't show up in Week 17 of 2015. You're the one who blew it. You could have been the LeBron situation. You're the one who was sitting courtside at Cavs games having fun of them being 0-16.
Johnny Manziel news in the next break.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't want that because I don't want the NFL to remove the Rich Eisen show credential. That's how stupid this sounds from Rick Carlisle.
Well, it's not NFL news per se.
Well, I don't want the Canadian Football League to remove the Rich Eisen show credentials.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, I want to be able to cover the Hamilton Ticats. All right?
All right, you got it.
I don't want to be the Hamilton, the Coaches Association of Canadian Football League to threaten this show. Rick Carlisle, you sound so stupid saying that ESPN should sit there and not cover this man because they've got a financial arrangement with the NBA. These guys all eventually peter out. Certainly if his big baller brand can't get shoes in the people's hands properly, all right, it's all going to peter out eventually. And as long as the Lakers and Luke Walton can handle it like they're handling it, great. But somebody call him up, make the trunk call to Lithuania, whatever the hell the country code is, and say to him, LaVar, shut the F up. And if you don't, then guess what? Then we're not going to allow you in the building anymore. Then you won't even watch your kid play. We won't let you in anywhere. That's your kid's coach. This is your kid's team. We drafted you, despite everybody warning us not to do it. Quit screwing it up.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.